Do you really know how depressed motivational videos make you? Every day that you scroll TikTok and Instagram for motivational edits, you think you're productive, but in reality you're digging a deeper hole for yourself. For 2 years, every single one of my work sessions ended up as scrolling sessions, just because I told myself, oh yeah, I need a little motivation before I can work. So in this video, I will share the exact realization that I had about these videos, which I should have had 2 years earlier. I'll uncover the truth about these videos and show you how to become naturally motivated. So you can finally stop lying to yourself and saying, oh yeah, I just need a little more motivation before I can start. And instead just do the work that you've always dreamed of. So step 1. Uncovering the truth. About 2 years ago, I spent my entire day watching these motivational videos. I would literally watch these as I was eating breakfast, if I was on the toilet, in school, it didn't matter. I was a cringe motherfucker, bro. I thought I was Patrick Bateman. I would always watch these Patrick Bateman Sigma edits with the funk music in the background, and he's just like walking like, down the hallway. You've seen that clip, right? And I would just always imagine it being me. It was so fucking cringe. But I was watching these videos for motivation, so why didn't they motivate me? Well, the reason is that I didn't know what dopamine is, and you might not know what it is either. Because dopamine is not what you think it is. You've been told that, oh, dopamine is this chemical that makes you happy and all this shit, but in reality, dopamine is a motivation chemical. It is something you feel once you want to do something. Your dopamine spikes before you're eating junk food, before you're scrolling, before you're jerking off. Motivation is dopamine. And so, when you say that we get dopamine from these videos, we get the motivation. But it's not motivation to go ahead and do the work. It's motivation to just watch more of these shitty videos. That's the motivation you get, and that's how they keep you trapped. Because you think, oh yeah, I got this dopamine hit from the video, I must watch another one. And so you go watch another one, and you see the cycle just starts to build. The more of these videos you watch, the more dopamine spikes you need. And the less and less happy you become. And the less and less motivated you become. Because you get so used to constantly being hit like this, boom, 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 with dopamine, with motivation. And if that wasn't even enough, TikTok and Instagram also ruins your attention span. Like, I hate these companies so much because all they do is literally ruin our mental health, ruin our attention span. It's like, think about this. You have a company that cares so little about the users that they literally spend every single hour of the time trying to optimize the algorithm to perfect the content you get, and they literally I've literally heard this. They make sure that only some of the videos are stimulating for you, so that you're literally like only once in a while you get that hit, and so they can keep you on the app longer. And they'll make the endless scroll function, and they'll, oh my god, like, I hate this so much. Like, why do these people that have made these companies not care about the users? And then everybody posts their best moments, and so they ruin everybody's mental health. Like, I can sit here and rant about social media all day, and that was a bit of a side note, but it's just so wrong by these people. Step 2. What the fuck is even motivation? You might be thinking, oh yeah, well, Lorch, I get what you're saying. TikTok and these videos are making me depressed. But then what is real motivation? Well, you've most likely been brainwashed to think that motivation is something we do before a task. So if you're about to go to the gym, you've been taught that, you need to be motivated. You've been taught that motivation comes before doing this hard task. But let me tell you something, that is not true. Motivation is a feedback thing afterwards. So I know I said earlier that when you watch a TikTok, your dopamine spikes. And that is because afterwards you watched it, your brain says, oh, that felt good, let me spike his dopamine, so he goes and watches it later. It's the same thing with good habits, delayed gratification. You don't get motivation before going to the gym because you haven't done anything, so what's the point in making you motivated? But when you've completed the gym session, your brain spikes that dopamine, so you think, oh yeah, that felt good, let me go and work out another day. See, your brain is programmed the right way, it's just these motherfuckers that fuck you completely up. So the actual way to get motivated is to do a hard task. It is to go to the gym, because then afterwards, you'll get the motivation to go to the gym again. And it's only when you take action that you actually start to build discipline. But so then, how do I start taking action? Like, I don't want to do it, it's hard, it's, it's a full workout, or it's full work session, I have to do my school work, whatever. The way that you take action on this is that you just make the action incredibly easy. If I told you tomorrow to go to the gym for 1.5 hours, you'd be like, oh yeah, that's like crazy, I can't do that, right? And I would have been the same. But if I just told you, yeah, tomorrow just go up to the gym, just walk around, maybe try a few exercises, you would easily be able to do that. And that is exactly just what you need to do. You just need to start going there. And then you will slowly build that motivation, because your brain will be like, oh yeah, this is quite cool, some bicep curls. And it will motivate you to go the next day. And soon you become consistent in just going there. And once you have done that, then you could slowly increase like the difficulty to start building that discipline. To start getting more motivation. Because every time you complete a workout, you get more motivated to do the next one. Motivation is a word that's thrown around so much, but in reality you need to work to get it. But Lawrence, how do I use this to become motivated? Step 3, naturally command motivation. I'm just gonna be honest. The things I did to start getting motivation was I stopped watching TikTok. I stopped watching Instagram Reels. And I'll be honest, because you're probably like me, you're quite an extreme guy. Either you're all in, you can't like go to the chocolate, right, and just have a few pieces. If you go, you go all in, you eat all the candy. And it's the same with scrolling, at least it is for me. If I have TikTok, I'm gonna scroll for multiple hours. So I just said, fuck that, I don't want it, I deleted it off my phone, and that's the first step. And so now you don't even have the opportunity to get that fake motivation, that fake dopamine. And so once I had those distractions removed, then I started doing what I just told you earlier, that we can do it on a very easy level. So I just went to the gym 5 minutes a day. I worked for 5 minutes. I read 1 page in a book. I did the bare minimum just to build that consistency slowly and actually start doing the task. Because think about it, you might be saying, oh yeah, but we're not getting the benefit of doing it. Well, if you're not doing the task anyway, you're not getting any benefit. So I don't see the point you're making, right? And the only way to actually start doing these small amounts of work or going to the gym is just to kill your ego, man. I'll be honest, bro. I thought I was so good, I thought I could do the whole workout. But I couldn't. You're not as great as you think. Just start with those small numbers, even though it feels like, oh yeah, but I could easily do a workout. So why haven't you yet? Just do 5 minutes tomorrow. And so now a method that I've talked so much about. You've heard me yap all about it. You've heard me mention it so many times. But it is so crucial in holding you accountable and making the dopamine spike, the motivation spike, even bigger after you've done the task. And it is the infamous habit tracker. I've talked about it so many times, man. I've already made the template for you. Just go down in the description and get it. I'll put the link there. So basically, at the top of the paper, we write down all the tasks that we're tracking. Or with the template I gave you, you just have to do 1, because it's best to just start with 1. And then once you've written that down, then you can slowly start to tick off every day when you do it. And then you see that you build this streak. You're like, oh my god, I've went to the gym 3 days. And so on the 4th day where you're like, oh, I don't really know if I want to go, those 3 ticks will be looking at you and like, oh yeah, I have to go because I need to keep up the streak, right? It holds you accountable. And it motivates you to actually go there even though you maybe didn't want to as much. And so this might sound so simple and you thought I was going to give you some crazy shit to become motivated. But this is all you need, man. Because to be honest, you can't rely on motivation, sorry. You can't rely on motivation. Motivation comes and goes. One day you'll feel like waking up early. The next day you'll feel like sleeping in. At the end of the day, what you need to become motivated is discipline. Because as I said, motivation fluctuates, but discipline is always there. If you have discipline, you're going to wake up at 5 AM every day, regardless of what happens, regardless if motivation is down here, up here, it doesn't matter. That's why discipline is actually the most important thing. But you can still use these things both to build discipline and improve your motivation. So if you want my personal help to stop feeling like shit, build discipline, actually become motivated, I'll put my Discord in the description so you can go there and text me if you want me to help you personally. Yeah, It's nice to bring back a video where I'm actually talking here. I will still do the editing, don't worry, it's not just going to be like the old days where I just sit here and talk, but it was nice coming back face to face with you. But as I say always, or rather say, put one foot in front of the other.